Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar. My name is Riddhi Gohil and I'm the Design and Marketing Director of the Revolution Software Development Club. It gives me immense pleasure to extend to you a very warm welcome on behalf of the Revolution Software Development Club. All of us are here today, virtually gathered for the session on tips on cracking interviews of tech giants organized under the Department of Computer Engineering, Vishwakarma University, Pune. I would like to welcome the conductor of today's webinar, Mr. Shashank Mishra, also the entire team of Revolution, and our lively audience. Without any further ado, may I now humbly invite Mr. Shashank Mishra. He is currently working at Amazon as a data engineer and has previously also worked with Paytm and McKinsey and Company. He is also running a YouTube channel called E-Learning Bridge. So go ahead and subscribe to his channel. The link is in the description of this video. Good afternoon, sir. I feel privileged to welcome you on behalf of the entire team of Revolution, and I would request you to share some knowledge on cracking interviews of tech giants. Over to you, sir.
Hey, thanks, Riddhi. And first of all, I would like to thank Vishwakarma University and Revolution Computer Club for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to share my experience with you guys. And I know the topic we are going to discuss about is very, very important for at least all the freshers who are in their college or in their final semester or basically about to start their college life. So since it's been like more than 3 years for me in the IT industry, and like whatever I have experienced till now, starting from my graduation and then masters and then the IT industry part. So whatever I have faced, whatever I have experienced in next 1 hour, I will try to share my experience with you guys, and I really hope that whatever I will share tips, tricks, and the experience I would share. It will definitely help you guys to plan your roadmap for the placements, whether it is on campus or off campus. And after that, definitely for me, your questions are very, very important. So once I'm done with my presentation, then definitely keep start asking your questions, even like some random or any kind of, don't think your question could be stupid. No, whatever doubts you have in your mind, please feel free to ask me. I would love to answer each and every question. So let me share that presentation for you guys. Can somebody just confirm it's fine? Riddhi, is it visible to everyone?
No, sir, we cannot see.
Oh, just a second. Okay, now.
Yes, sir. Please go
All
ahead.
right. All right. Okay. So first, just a like short introduction about myself. I'm Shashank Mishra, working as a data engineer at Amazon. I recently joined Amazon in this COVID time, like March 2020. And previously, I was working with the McKinsey and Company and the unicorn startup of India, that is Paytm. I did my master in computer applications from NIT Allahabad, and like this lockdown period also gave me opportunity to give back to the community. So I'm running a YouTube channel as well, E-Learning Bridge. You guys can check that out. I will put the link in the chat box as well. So the theme of my channel is basically to feature such kind of candidates, like who belong to some normal colleges or like, and crack like those tech giants which we are dreaming for. So just my idea is to bring those kind of people on my channel. so that our viewers could learn from them, like what kind of roadmap did they follow, what was the entire interview process of a particular company, what they ask, what they want, and they whatever they have experienced as a fresher. So that kind of content I used to create on my channel. It is helping so many people. So definitely, when you guys get a chance, do watch it, and it will help you for sure to target any particular company and prepare for that accordingly. So my journey is like it was like full of obstacles, and it wasn't very straightforward. Wherever I am right now, uh, it wasn't that kind of easy for me. Although I was an ITN, still things were not that smooth for me, right? So when I did my 10 plus 2, so like this happens with most of the students. I'm pretty sure, like you are in your 10 plus 2, you do not have any clear visibility about your future, what is going to be, what which stream needs to be opted, like what are the good streams for me. So these kind of thoughts were in my mind, and like I was passing through with financial crunches as well. uh, I had a dream to become IIT in that time, but obviously my family was not able to afford that much of fees to get a good coaching. So I dropped that plan and took an admission in normal government university, that is Lucknow University, with the stream BSc Computer Science. And we all know, like it was 2011 for me, and like at that time, I don't know like the current situation, but at that time, and even we all know like the situation with the most of the government universities, right? So for me at that time, it was not that up to mark. So because of that, because of lack of guidance, like there was nobody to guide me, that apart from your curriculum, or if you are not getting something meaningful from your classes, or from your college curriculum, then like how can you prepare yourself explicitly apart from these curriculum and all. So nobody was there to guide me, and I wasted like all the 3 years, 2 years of my graduation. And when in the third year I got some seriousness about my future. So fortunately, like I got to know about this MCA program, right? And fortunate, I was very fortunate enough that the coaching fees for like NIMSET is a like all India level exam that uh, that is basically to, like right now there are 11 NITs which conduct this which are running this course MCA. So NIMSET is the exam for that. So like I did very you can say in my appearing BSc third year appearing, it was very hectic for me because I had to attend the classes and I had to attend the coaching classes as well. So it was quite hectic for me, but I had to do those efforts because it was all about my future. So I did that part very seriously, and with all God's grace and blessings of my family, I got a good rank in NIMSET, like all India 43 rank, and got the esteemed NIT of India, that is NIT Allahabad. And for me, it was very challenging in the NIT itself, because in the 3 years of graduation, although my field was computer science, but because of that guidance I was talking about, my knowledge was completely zero. Like uh, it was kind of like I was just reading or memorizing things just to pass the exams. That's it. I was not learning anything from that curriculum, and I was not getting anything meaningful, right? So that was kind of situation for me at that time. But when I entered into the NIT, this was the very big challenge for me, because in my batch, like there were students from all across the India, and they were coming from some very good backgrounds. They did, some of them they did BSc, BCA. They were knowing about these computer science fundamentals and all, programming, in very very deep. So for me, it was a very very big challenge actually, and somehow I managed myself. The first semester of my even masters, it was very very depressing because uh, I was not able to get those things on very very serious pace, right? So but when I realized that if I have done that kind of hard work to become a part of an IT, now it's my responsibility to convert into a success. So then I started working on myself, and like I prepared myself in all the dimensions of computer science, whether it is programming, core fundamental subjects, projects, and all. So that kind of preparation I did, and obviously, like when we used to do that kind of preparation, and we always target few big companies, like while appearing into the campus placements or off campus placements. So but sometimes because of few minor mistakes or lack of confidence, we do not get that opportunities, right? So same thing was happening with me. I was good in computer science fundamentals, coding part, programming part. I was good at it, but like when this campus placement started, I was not even able to crack, or you can say clear the written rounds of starting 7 8 companies, including Amazon, Paytm, JP Morgan, and SAP Labs. There was Wooker. So these kind of companies were there, but I was not even able to crack its written round. But somehow I got a campus placement in Opera Solutions, and like the compensation was very very you can say average, or you can say low, you mean to. It was around like 5 or 6 LPA. So I started my journey with that compensation. But for me, it was very, very big opportunity because I was dreaming something, and at least first step I cleared. Like I was going to be uh, going to be become part of this IT industry, and I did that. So it was a wonderful feeling for me. And then like after getting in the IT industry, I did like those efforts. I again applied for Amazon. In the second attempt, I was able to clear the three rounds only, but that happens, like it is a part of our life. Like the only thing we can do is keep trying, and I was doing that. I was learning from my mistakes, and in the third attempt I was able to crack the Amazon. So this is the like overall journey of myself, like starting from graduation into the Amazon. So now I'll quickly move on to our main topics. So in the few like next coming slides, like whatever topics I'll be talking about, that is covering everybody, like who is going to start their college life, or in the middle of their college life, or about to get a placement, and entry level freshers who are preparing for the off campus opportunities, right? So this point, like PSP to crack tech giant, that is problem solving, system design, and projects. So you can basically treat them as a like a core, whether you are applying for on campus or off campus. This is going to play a very very major role in your placements, right? So I'll elaborate each and every point which is written here. First is problem solving, data structures and algorithms, right? So I will explain it, and whatever I have like experienced, I will also explain that. So first, like everybody should know why this problem solving part is very very important. Okay, so what happened when you enter into the IT industry, right? So you guys will be working on some problem, some use cases or some products, right? And those products are basically a combination of few smaller components, and to basically make those components functional, you need to implement some kind of logic, and to like implement that logic, you need some kind of you need a good understanding of data structures, algorithm, and any programming language, right? So that's why it plays a very very important role. So everything which is like running around us, that is that earlier it was a problem statement and now got converted into some solution. So that's why it plays a very very important role. And I know, like when we start our like college life, at least focusing to the CS domain, and it happened to me as well. Let's say I started reading this data structures algorithm. I started any kind of like language. Let's take an example of C. I started with C. So at the very very initial state, it will be very very tough for anybody to create logics. The very major issue, like I have heard from most of the students, that they are not getting this idea to create the logic. So I would say it is all about the practice and patience. Logic building is something what which comes from practice. It is not a topic of one day, that in a single day you will learn to write some complex logics. So first, you should be patient. Like you should practice it. Like whatever you are trying to solve, keep practicing it. Maybe you won't be able to solve 5-10 questions, you won't be able to come up with some definite approaches for particular problem statement, but after some time when you are basically keep practicing it, you will definitely like start uh, you will you will basically you can say come up with good approaches. That's what I want to say. Okay. So, and the next and very important part is like when we like there are few people in my batch. Let's say I'm taking an example, I'm just giving you the real life example what I have seen. There are few people in our class who are like pro coders, having some very very fancy rating on online platforms like CodeChef and Code Forces, HackerRank, and all over there. So sometime what happens, we start feeling demotivated. Why? Because we try to copy them, or uh, we also start killing ourselves just to copy their status. Status means if they are pro coder, I also want to become a pro coder. So that is fine. Like if you are learning from somebody else, that is important. But if you are just killing yourself to become like someone else, that is somehow an incorrect approach. Because everybody has some like limitations, and we should know our capabilities and limitations. Okay, so now I will basically tell you few important things. First is, like when you started your college life, then please do not quickly jump onto these platforms directly. Like first and the most important thing is make your base very very strong, right? Dedicate your first semester, or even I would say take 7 months, 8 months to like get a very very good understanding of all the data structures and algorithms which exist there, right? So because to know this thing, when to use, why to use, and how to use, this is very important. Like if I know all the, let's say, sorting algorithms and good sorting algorithm, but if I do not know like whether for this particular problem solution I should use merge sort, or I should use quick sort, or I should use heap sort, right? So to know this thing, this is very important. So that's why I'm emphasizing on this part. Please dedicate a very very good amount of time to make your base strong, right? You, for that you can follow any good books recommended by your teachers, or if you have heard about any good books from your seniors or from online sources, so please follow that and practice those things, right? So that's why, I mean, like we know there are libraries available for most of the data structures and methods are available. So do not do that it will be available everywhere in the, like, let's say you are giving online test of any particular company, so, or let's say in the face to face interviews, may, like, interviewer may not allow to use those library functions. So that's why it is even very very important from the practice purpose, and from the, like, if I'm talking about to make your base strong. So first you should know, if you know about heap, you should know all its components, like how to create heap. If somebody gives me an array, then how can I convert it into a heap, right? So you should know how to code it first. It shouldn't be like how to use it first. So please focus on these points, guys. This is very important. I even dedicated in my 1 year, starting 1 year of my college life, just to master these things. Like I didn't start coding on any kind of coding platform like CodeChef, HackerRank, Geeks for Geeks, nothing. I didn't touch anything. I just dedicated 1 year of my college life to master these things, and I was following just few books. That's it. That's what I did, and that thing is helping me a lot. Even when I nowadays, when I basically look for new opportunities or go for face to face interviews, I do not even revise anything regarding the data structures and algorithms, because I was able to make my base very, very strong. So that's why, like, I feel very, very confident before appearing into any interviews. So, guys, please do that. And once you are comfortable with these use cases and data structures algorithm, then please pick any decent platform which you like and start taking participation, solve questions online. If you are doing competitive programming, start solving some challenges. Do not get demotivated. Obviously we know the level of the questions on these platforms, but I would say please do not feel demotivated, guys. uh, because that's what I was talking about. Everybody has some limitations. Maybe we are capable of thinking at this point, but somebody else is thinking at that level. So we can improve ourselves, but please do not get demotivated just because of that, right? Because you worked hard, your base is strong. So at least somebody ask you a question in interviews, and in interviews most of the time they will only be looking for the approach. Like if you are solving a particular question, what is your optimized approach? So right, so please focus on that, guys. Like do not just randomly jump on different online platforms. Even like if you are doing competitive programming, do not please do that like five online platforms, 10 coding platforms. Pick any decent one or two and just brush up your skills, because these competitive questions will definitely help you to improve your problem solving skills, because level will be high and approaches will be new. So this will definitely help you. And next comes the system design. So like when I was like giving interviews in my placement time, then guys this topic like was not that much focused by the companies. But nowadays I have obviously seen this pattern of system designing. So doesn't matter you are fresher or experienced guy, they will definitely try to ask some questions around that, especially for the tech giants. So why? Because these companies want to hire good engineers, not only pro coders. Okay, so that's why they want to test you at the overall performance, how much you are good with the problem solving and how much good you are with the development side. So that's why it is also very very important. So keep exploring different things. And first I would say these things come actually, this system designing part is mostly related to the project. So like when you are doing good projects, okay, like on any new domain, new technology, or new problem statement, that means you are designing something and you will be using different components to make your product ready. Okay, so here comes the system designing, because even in the IT industry you will be working on some products. So they want to test like how comfortable or how efficient you are while using different components. So let's say basically somebody asks you to design Amazon e-commerce site, then basically how you will design the databases, like how those tables will be related with each other, how you will design the front end, how you will design the back end, and what protocols you will be using to communicate, right? And how these front end components will communicate with back end, and how you will cache the data, so and how you will scale the solution. So these kind of thing you should also understand, and this also comes from the basically good projects. If you're working on good projects, good internal projects you have worked upon, then definitely you will get a good exposure of the system designing. And even like if you are at the first stage, you are not getting that like kind of good projects, then obviously there are some good resources available on YouTube. You can follow that to get an idea about the system designing, right? So please keep practicing that. From the freshers, companies mostly look for the low level designs, right? So low level design is basically, you can say, a very high level overview of your problem statement, right? So, and for the from experienced candidates, they basically expect this high level designing. Okay, so please focus on that. And the project I was talking about, this plays a again plays a very important role, right? So I mean, obviously, when we will be applying for the on campus or off campus, even this becomes very important if we talk about the off campus opportunities. And why so? Because there will be a job opportunity for which like 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people will be applying for. And when you want to make your application stand out, then your resume, or you can say your job application, should have some X factor. And how you can add those X factors in your application, and that is by working on good projects. And if you have good achievements, right, that's how you can make your application stand out. And I was talking about the good development skills, so that will you will definitely learn when you are working on some really good projects. So and now most of the time people get confused, at least if they are in the beginning, they have this confusion like which domain should I opt to create these projects. Obviously nowadays, many fancy things are in hype, like data science, AI, ML, AR, VR, everything, right? And even few of the folks are just trying to do this data science, ML, AI thing because of somebody else around them is doing that. So it shouldn't be like that, guys. Every technology and everything has some meaning in the IT industry. So like none of the technology is bad. Every technology has its importance. So my sincere advice to everybody is please dedicate a good amount of time to explore different domains. Like give a time to Android, iOS, web development, data science, AI, ML, AR, VR, cybersecurity, DevOps. Dedicate a like good amount of time to explore these various domains, and first try to figure out your interest, like which technology domain is basically attracting you a lot. And try to look at its current status in the IT industry and what is the future scope for the same. And when you are done with these benchmarking, and then please like start working on good projects around that particular domain which is basically attracting you more. So that is the very sincere advice for you guys, because uh, like most else what will happen, you will only end up with nothing at the end of your college, because you were very confused, like what kind of project should I do, and like few of the time people just to pass their exams or practicals, they copy these projects from a GitHub or any open source, or take it from their seniors and present it to the their teachers. So it doesn't mean that you are cheating your teachers, you are cheating yourself, right? Because you are dreaming about to become a good engineer, you are dreaming about to become a part of IT industry, but you do not know these development skills. Why? Because you just copied the things. Okay, so please do not do that kind of thing. Doesn't matter if you are not, or you didn't get an opportunity to work on 3 4 projects. Let's say if you get an opportunity to work on one project, then please go with it, right? Let's say you are working on a web development, then do not try to follow the very old school kind of thing, like simple HTML CSS or PHP for the backend. No, if you are working any particular domain, please try to analyze its recent trends, like what is in the demand, so that you can learn those skills, and while implementing those skills in your project, you will get a good expertise, and that skill, or you can say the deep knowledge of that particular technology, will definitely help you in the interviews for the on campus and off campus. Next is basically interview rounds. I would basically emphasize on this topic. This is very important for everybody, like for fresher, for guys who are will be appearing in on campus, off campus, and for even for the experience. So like I will talk about like how in general what kind of rounds will be there, and in each round what potential mistakes we can do, and what are the best improvements for that. So first is basically online test, guys. This is obviously a very general interview process for each and every company. So if you are fresher, you will definitely have to clear this round, like online test. So there could be questions from the question could be like only the coding questions, or it could be a combination of coding questions and MCQs. Okay, and those MCQs will be from your core subjects, like DBMS, OOPS, networking, and operating system, and data structures algorithm, right? So, and this online test, so the major mistake we used to do is basically a pressure. Obviously, like in our college time, we were doing this thing very frequently. We were working, solving questions on good online platforms, but when it comes for the interview process, we get very nervous. We start feeling pressurized that although you know things, you know how to solve the question, but you start feeling very nervous, and that basically chokes your mind. So that is the very big mistake we used to do in this round. So please feel fresh. This is the very important thing. Feel confident, feel fresh. Just think it like that you are solving another online coding challenge. That's it. And for guys who are not very much, you can say, efficient with online coding, so it's advice for them. Please make a good habit. At least on a daily basis, you can start solving at least for 3 4 questions on these online coding platforms, so that when in the hiring process, you will be feeling comfortable while attempting these questions. And second kind of mistake while solving the coding questions in online test, uh, we forget to debug it hand in hand. So what happens? You are done with the question, and when you are running it, submitting it for the test cases, then what will happen? Sorry. So what will happen? You may start getting TLEs, you may start getting wrong answers. So why? Because you are not debugging your code hand in hand. So, and sometimes there will be a very minor mistake. Maybe in the looping condition, it should be like I plus plus, or somehow we made it like I minus minus. That's just a random human mistakes. So that's what I am saying. Your debugging in the online coding test should be hand to hand. Even though if you are writing any looping condition or base condition, uh, as soon as you return it, quickly cross check it whether everything looks good with this condition or not, and then move forward. So that means you are debugging your code hand in hand. So if there is any issue, at least you can avoid these minor issues. And if something wrong with the logic, then definitely you can work on it later. Next is technical round, face to face, and now in this COVID period, it is virtual. But few things I would like to point out here. The mistakes I would point out first. Before entering into the interview room, the big mistake again, pressure, stress, and nervousness. And that happens, like that is a part of our human nature. So even for the, at least for the fresher, even for me, I felt that kind of nervousness, stress, and pressure. Why? Because this is something what which is going to be the happen in our life for the very first time, and we do not know how to perform well in the interview rooms, what kind of questions they will ask. And the bigger reason of that nervousness is we quickly start thinking about the selection and rejection. If I get rejected, then what will happen? If I get selected, then what will happen? So these kind of mixed emotions start running in our mind. And what happens because of that stress and pressure, our thinking and listening capability get reduced. And guys, trust me, in the interview room, these two things are very important. Your listening capability should be high and your thinking capability should be high. So please avoid those kind of mixed emotions before entering into any technical round, face to face round. Just treat it like a normal discussion you will be having with some random person. He will ask some question. If you know the answer, answer those questions. If you do not know anything, you can simply say I do not know the answer. So if when you say I do not know the answer, this is not going to hamper your interview, because like nobody can learn everything. So obviously there will be some questions which you won't be able to answer. So please do not try to make do not put any fake statement about that particular answer, otherwise it will waste your time or even interviewers time. So if you do not know something, simply say sir or ma'am, I do not write. That's it. And second thing is you can say we do not listen to the interviewer very carefully. So what happens, and that again because of the excitement, because we worked hard, we know everything, right? So as soon as interviewer start asking questions, you just listen starting three, four or five, six words, and you quickly start thinking about the solution. You do not listen the proper or the, you can say, the clear problem statement he is trying to deliver. And what happens, you end up with the incorrect answer. So please let the interviewer finish first and then take a pause of 4 5 seconds and then start thinking about the solution, right? And the third mistake we used to do is, let's say interviewer asked you one question, and you, what do, you will take a pen and paper, you will quickly start solving it. And for the next 5 10 minutes there will be a complete silence in the room. So that is the very big disadvantage. And you are going to reduce like the chances to get selected for that particular interview. Okay, so like please try to make the interview session very interactive. And trust me, guys, I have taken so many interviews, and I even have felt that interviewers are the very helpful person. Nobody wants to reject someone else, right? Because they also know the value of rejection, and they even know the pain of rejection. They always try to help the candidate by some indirect hints, but they will be only able to give you that hint if they know your approach or your solution. And let's say you completed your problem, you completely coded that solution on pen paper and you submitted to the interviewer, please check my solution. then nobody has this time to spend extra 15-20 minutes to go through each and every like line of code written by you and figure out what kind of approach you have followed. So that's why narration and interaction becomes very, very important in these face-to-face interviews. So if he asked you any question, then it's your responsibility. You are narrating each and every step of your solution. You are not narrating your complete approach. So what will happen if interviewer think you are on a wrong track? Then quickly he will try to give you some indirect hints, and if you are able to understand those indirect hints, then definitely you will move forward for the correct approach. So that's why please make the session interactive. It will basically put a very, very good impression in front of the interviewers. Now next come to the project discussion, managerial round and HR round. So if I talk about managerial round and HR round, guys, so these are the rounds where they basically want to test your behavior and want to test your fitment for the particular role, whether you are good fit for our company or not, whether you are a team player or not. So these kind of behavior or situational kind of questions will be there in the managerial round and HR round. So the only advice for these round, guys, please be honest, and like perform like a true personality. Do not put any fake statement, and just to like justify your or dominate your question. Do not argue with somebody. If you do not agree with like any point, make it as a healthy discussion, not a heated argument. All right, and be honest. Honesty is the best tip for these rounds. If somebody asks you any particular situational question, and you haven't faced that kind of situation in your life, then your answer should be like, if that kind of situation come in front of you, then what would be your first reaction? Do not always try to include the positive side just to justify your answer. If you even have like some negative kind of thought, and let's say some disagreement for that particular question HR or manager asked, then you can answer that. So whatever first thought comes in your mind, first thought positive, or basically the honest thought. Okay, so whatever you have in your mind as a first thought, feel free to deliver it, and be honest. Do not put any fake things. And if I talk about the project discussion, guys, that again it becomes very, very important. Okay, so before going for any interviews, please look at your resume, what kind of projects you have written in your resume, and like even before, like 15-20 days before, please go through with those things. Go through with all the basics of your projects, what you have done in your project, what is the in and out of your project, components you use, and if you use anything, then you should have a very, very good understanding of all the components, technology stack you have used in projects, because there will be so many cross questions. There will be some like random questions related to your projects when interview will start asking questions from your resume. Okay, so please be prepared for that. Please do not do it like that. Programming, coding, DSA and all, core subjects, and then what's the need of revising project? No, it shouldn't be like that. This is a very, very important part of interview process. So whatever projects you have mentioned in your resume, please go through it again and again. And yeah, definitely, you should know all the ins and outs of your project. And guys, next is tips for resume and how to make your application stand out. So this is the problem with most of us. I mean, we used to complain this thing that we applied for a particular job role, but I didn't receive any call from that company or from HR. So guys, obviously your resume plays a very, very important role. while getting shortlisted for the interview process. All right. So that's why I'm emphasizing for this point how you can make your resume best and how can your job application basically stand out. So first thing is a resume, and it should be like single page, crisp and dynamic. So I will explain everything. Like single page and crisp, why? Because let's say there are 10, 15, 20 or 100 resume like in front of a recruiter, then and let's say each resume is of like at least for 2 pages or for let's say 3 4 pages, then nobody has that amount of time to go through with all the pages and try to figure out what kind of skill set you know and whether we should shortlist you for that particular job role or not, right? That's why it should be very very crisp and to the point. Okay, nobody cares about very you can say nobody cares about the extensive personal details. Let's say I have seen resumes where people are mentioning their parents name, their complete correspondence address, their current address, and like too much of a detail. No, please avoid that. It will eat up unnecessary space in your resume. The recruiter only cares about your working mobile number, working email ID, and your current location, the state. That's it. This is the very important thing. You need to avoid the unnecessary spacing or unnecessary things from your resume. And why dynamic, guys? Because uh, you can say in the campus placements or in the off-campuses placement, let's say one company is hiring for Android developer, one company is hiring for the web developer. Okay, and I'm somebody who have worked on Android as well. I'm somebody who has worked on web development as well. So whenever I'll see an opportunity regarding the Android, then my resume should be according to that job profile. I mean, my project should be related to Android, my skill set should be related to Android, and if I have achieved in the field of Android, then I will mention those in the achievements, and same for the other domains. So that's why I'm saying it should be very very dynamic. Next is relevant skill set. So guys, obviously most of the time I have seen people are writing fake skill sets on their resume. Why? Because they just you can say just to get shortlisted for the interviews. It doesn't matter they know that particular skill set in deep or not, but still they are mentioning it because of the like shortlisting purpose. Okay, so please do not do that. Doesn't matter if you have worked only on 5 skill sets and you have a very very deep understanding of those skill sets, then please mention these things only in your resume. This is very very important. And why so? Because in the interview room, when interviewer will start asking questions related to your resume, and if you do not know anything about that particular skill set, then definitely uh, you won't be able to answer that question, and it will put a wrong impact, right? So that's why I'm saying please mention only relevant skill sets. Categorize them. Do not, like, let's say you know 5 6 7 8 10 skill sets and you are writing it everything like comma html comma c comma java. No, categorize it. Make a category for like some common skill sets and technologies. For an example, language, then mention c, c++, java, python. Frameworks, let's say spring, android studio, something like that. Categorize it so that it will when recruiter will go through your resume, he can quickly figure out what all things you have worked upon. And next thing is relevant projects. So obviously guys, in the college time we always try to work on different projects, right? So there could be a guy who let's say have worked on 6 7 projects, right? And just to show all those projects in his or her resume, he will mention all its projects. Okay, and it's not a good practice for a good resume. And what happens basically, even let's say in this in the 6 7 projects, there were at least 3 4 projects where his or her contribution was only 10%. Okay, so it's not a good practice to mention that kind of projects in your resume. If you worked on 6 7 projects and there are only 2 or 3 projects which are relevant, and you know those projects 100%, all the ins and outs, you have a deep understanding of every components you used in those projects, only mention those relevant projects in your resume. That's it, right? And I have seen people used to write a entire paragraph to explain their projects. No, guys, like in the interviews, interviewer will definitely ask you to explain your project. So you are not supposed to like write everything about your project in the resume itself. So for me, I always follow this practice. uh, like your explanation for your project should be in 3 lines. It should be very short and crisp, single liner, and 3 bullet points for the explanation of your project, right? So this thing you guys should follow. Okay, and it will make your resume very very short and crisp, and you can say it will give a very very good weightage. Okay, and next is your achievement. And guys, please always try to mention your relevant achievements, because what it reflects that a recruiter will also try to look at, apart from the core skills development and all these stuff, how much you are good in extracurricular things, or what extra you have achieved in your life. So if you won any hackathon, if you won any challenge, or something like that, please feel free to mention it in your resume. Again, please mention only relevant achievements. Nobody cares about that you won the essay competition in 8th standard. Nobody cares about that. That's why I'm saying your past achievements, decent and latest achievements in the past 3 4 years. So please mention those achievements as well, guys. Next is like pro tips to become master in coding. So I have highlighted only 3 points which even helped me a lot, and this is the only suggestion I used to give to anybody. And even in the very very first slide, I talked about that point, the strong base. So that is a very very generic statement. So it should be followed first, and then if I talk about like how like you can become a pro to like solve any question or to come up with good approach for any particular question. So first is like crystal clear understanding, like deep dive into existing data structures and algorithms. If you know how to use, when to use, why to use, and you basically you can code even the data structure, right? Or the basic components of any particular algorithm and data structures, then that means you are good to go. And if somebody asks you any different random question, then I can bet you can come up with good approach. Next is pen paper coding, guys. So I treat it as a desert without any single drop of water. And desert basically your paper, and single drop of water means no use of libraries, no use of auto completion and all. So what will happen? Obviously, there are libraries which have this function like binary search, permutation, and all that. You can quickly use that. You are done. But if I talk about to make your base strong and to become pro in few things, then definitely it will help you to master these things. Why? Because if you know binary search and you are solving any question on pen paper, then you need to write that binary search function again and again, at least for 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. And what will happen? It will get stand in your mind. So let's say somebody asks you a question, it will take hardly a minute or so to write that binary search function. And even though if somebody asks you a question which is using the modifications of binary search, you can quickly think upon that. Now last point is understand the constraints, right? So this is also again related to your face-to-face interviews. So what happens most of the time, if the answer is hidden in the problem statement itself, what we need to do is we just need to put some extra effort to understand the constraints, right? So let's take an example. Let's say somebody asked you a question and he said the length of the input array could be 10 to the power 9, something like that, or basically a range of that number could be 10 to the power 9. Then you can at least figure out the length is very high, 10 to the power 9, or the number range is 10 to the power 9. Definitely I cannot at least implement a n square approach, because it will be a very very worst complexity. And you can think, yeah, like 10 to the power 9 is the range, I think it should be solved with the n log n approach kind of thing, or log n kind of approach thing, right? So this 10 to the power 9 helped you to understand the approach, right? Now let's take an example. Somebody asks you to solve a question where the array length is 10 to the power 6. Then like you can quickly think, okay, 10 to the power 6 even can be handled within the like any square approach. Okay, and even for the, let's say, log n approach, any log n approach, or maybe some good tricks then might be possible in on approach. Okay, so these constraints will definitely somehow help you to understand the first step of your approach. So that's why I am emphasizing on that. Please understand these constraints and try to reverse engineering the problem. Okay, so now if I talk about the interview process I was talking about. So again, in the interviews, when interviewer asks you one question, then please do not only jump onto the solution first. First, try to ask these constraints. So what will happen if you haven't asked the question? That means, let's say he asked you to find a pair of numbers from an array whose sum equals to x. Okay, and you started solving the question, you are done, and you assume something. Okay, so that's assumption is also a very very bad practice in the interviews. So please do not assume anything. First, listen the problem statement and try to think about the constraints, like what could be the possible constraints, and ask to the interviewer that if he said the array, then what could be the length of array? If he asked about some numbers, whether it could be positive or negative, what could be the range of numbers, so that in the single attempt you are able to write the efficient approach. Otherwise there will be some iterations. Maybe you solve any your problem just keeping that thought in your mind that numbers could be positive, but he twisted the problem. When you are done with the solution, that number could be negative as well. Then you need to rewrite your solution, you need to rewrite your approach. So always try to ask the constraints from the interviewer. And next is, guys, do not ignore. This is, please, highly recommend. I have seen people start focusing on the problem solving DSAs and projects only, and they literally forget about these very very core subjects of their curriculum. OOPS, databases, networking, and operating system. And trust me, guys, they are very very important, because even in the online test there will be questions from these topics, like multiple choice questions which you need to solve. If you're not able to solve, definitely your written round won't be clear. And again, even in the interview rounds, because you guys are fresher, these all things you have read in your curriculum, and these are the things which are going to be used to create those products, IT industry products. So that's why they would expect from you guys that you know these core subjects and fundamentals of these core subjects. So please dedicate a good amount of time to read these subjects very very thoroughly. Next, guys, I I'm pretty sure you guys are very, very smart enough and you know these platforms, but still, I just wanted to call out these popular resources. Maybe few of them might not know about these platforms. So just wanted to call out some important learning resources which I followed and started following like in last couple of months. So if you are looking for the question bank and if you are thinking to solve question on company basis and various kind of, let's say, arrays, and if you want to practice 100 200 kind of variations of array questions, then we have like three popular question bank, geeks for geeks, interview bit, and lead code nowadays very, very popular. Like some of the good challenges are running on which you guys can follow, and on daily basis you can take part on these challenges and improve your programming skills. Then online coding platform, HackerRank, CodeChef, Spots, Hackerer, Code Forces. So but I just call out these platforms again. My suggestion would be, please explore these platforms, and whichever looks good to you, you can start coding on that. And again, please do not make it as a practice that you are in parallelly you are coding on like 10 20 platforms. That is always not a good practice actually. Okay, so if you know some of these platforms, I pick any one or two good platforms and start brushing up your problem solving skills. And again, if you are like looking for the short notes and basics of different things that I was talking about, like let's say if you are looking forward for interview questions of uh, operating systems and something like that, or even if you want to know the basics of different subjects, then Java T point is there, tutorial point is there, W3 school is there. And if you want to learn some new technologies and you want to explore different domain, I was talking about, let's say, data science, AI, ML, data engineering, web development. If you want to learn any new technology, then there are good online course providers: Edureka, Simplilearn, Udemy, Coursera, Upgrad, Intelliped, and many more. That's why I said you guys are very, very smart enough to explore these things. And yeah, definitely follow. You can follow these resources and platforms. Now, this is like the end of our presentation and very, very important slide. So I will take it like 5 10 minutes more for this slide. So if you can recall the entire presentation, I was focusing on few things: development skill, and how to grab the opportunities, how to make your application stand out, how to improve yourself uh, in the development skills. Okay, and the thing I was talking about, achievements. All right, so that's what I was would like to talk about. So guys, some of the time that's what I was saying. We get confused about the projects, like what kind of projects we should do. We are not getting any idea, something like that. So the best thing is, guys, to improve yourself in terms of development skill, start taking participation in hackathons, right? So there are some very, very good platforms, right, which can give you information about these national level and international level of hackathons. And the beauty of these hackathons is it will give you a chance to work on some very, very good problem statement. It will improve your development skill, and there you will learn how to basically solve any problem statement in, or basically design a product in very strict deadline. Like you will get a time of only 2 days 3 days to solve those problem statements, right? And it will give you an opportunity to make your connections strong. You will get a chance to meet with different people, to talk with different people, and it will improve basically improve you as an overall personality. You will learn so many things by taking participation in these hackathons. All right, and there are few companies like which hire candidates like for the off campus by conducting these hackathons. So if you those kind of skill sets. If you are good in that programming level or problem solving skill level, then definitely start taking participation in these hackathons. It will improve your development skill. It will be added as an achievement, and when these things will be added as an achievement in your resume will stand out, and they will like resume recruiters will be forced to give you a call regarding the interview opportunities. So that's what, guys, like you can make your application stand out. You can learn from these hackathons. So please, if you haven't uh, taken participation in any of the hackathons, please start doing that. It will definitely help you, I can guarantee you, guys. So I was talking about some platforms like Major League Hacking is there, Devfolio, DevPost. Okay, in Smart India Hackathon, it's not a platform, it's basically a hackathon, very very popular hackathon of India. So please get you can get the information about hackathons from these three, or including Hacker Earth, these four platforms. And please start taking participation. And then I was talking about, guys, very very important thing to become a part of these tech giants. The very very easiest way is the internship, right? So why? Because if you are able to crack the internship of these tech giants, then definitely you you will not be giving the very very rigorous interview process of these tech giants. Like in the internships, number of rounds will be less, and even the level will be quite low in comparison to the role of full time. Then that's why I'm saying the internships are the very very easiest way to become a part of these tech giants. If you are able to crack it and you are performing well in your internship period, you will definitely get a pre-placement offer. And guys, I was talking about you can apply on these for these opportunities. You can keep exploring the career pages of different companies which you are targeting. And nowadays LinkedIn is the best platform, guys. Even like most of us are connected over the LinkedIn, and we all know the power of LinkedIn nowadays. I mean, it is the best thing to get an information about the open job opportunities. You can make your professional network very very strong. You can get in touch with recruiters. Please make your LinkedIn profile very very strong. Whatever you have worked, your skill sets, projects, whatever achievements you have, please make your LinkedIn profile very very strong, because we know about this term referral. So let's say you are targeting any companies, and referral since a very very popular way to get a call for interviews. If your professional network is strong and your profile is strong, and if you are asking somebody to help you for the referral, then definitely he will check out your LinkedIn profile, and it seems very very uh, and if your profile looks good to that particular guy, then he or she will definitely give you a referral. And apart from that, guys, please keep exploring the career page. And the beauty of these tech giants, that they are again running some programs. You can treat it as a backdoor programs where you guys can enroll, and if you guys perform well, then definitely you can become a part of these tech giants. So for the Microsoft student partner program is there, where students get enrolled with that program, and they get a chance to get mentorship from elite engineers of Microsoft, and they get a chance to work on good open source projects. So these kind of things you will learn, and it will give you a very very good weightage to your application. And if you perform well there, then definitely you will be noticed for the internship. Now, CODES Microsoft program, this is specifically for the female candidate. And if you are female and maybe in your second year, third year, then please definitely apply for this program. You have seen few female candidates who even got internship from this program and now working as a full-time employee of Microsoft. Google Developer Group is there. Now Amazon Wow, again, it is a program run by the Amazon for female candidates. Especially you can apply for that, and definitely if you perform well there, you will become a part of Amazon. Recently, like many like female candidates join Amazon as a full-time employee because of this program. Facebook Hacker Cup is there, Google Fubar Challenge, Kickstarter. These three things I was talking about, the open, you can say, uh, like open competitions run by these tech giants, because they know the value of the talent which exists off campus, right? Or because industry is open for everybody, so they know like there are people who who are having those kind of skills to crack these tech giants. So that's why these are the programs which are open. Please start taking participation. Maybe in first attempt, second attempt, third attempt, you won't be getting very very good ranks, or you maybe you won't be able to solve a question. But participation is important, because in this way, like you can get rid of the scariness, because obviously most of the time we get scared when we hear about the hackathons and challenges of these big tech giants, because we think it will be impossible for us. So that's why I'm saying please take participation. At least you will get to know what is the level, and what kind of effort you need to put to improve yourself to become a part of these tech giants. Next thing I was we focus on the open source. So nowadays, guys, this is again a very very important thing to make your application stand out and to get a good understanding of development skill, right? So open source is very very popular even nowadays, even before that. So please, if you haven't take a part in it, then definitely you guys look for these opportunities where you can work on some open source contribution, because
Excuse me, sir. Sir, we cannot hear you. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. We are fixing the problem. We are extremely sorry for the inconvenience. Please be patient. We'll get back to you guys.
Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Okay, so like in the whole presentation, you guys were not able to hear me.
No, we were able to. This was just a few minutes ago.
All right, all right. I got scared. Okay, so just like I'm done with the presentation part, so now I'm open for the question, guys. Please feel free to ask whatever questions you have. I would love to answer those, and I will share this presentation, guys, with you. You can follow. You can take a reference from the presentation, whatever things I have talked here. So, yep.
Sir, I'm sure your guidance will definitely help us a lot in the future and landing on our first job. Thank you so much for your valuable information and guidance. We will go ahead and take some questions from you guys now. Please feel free to ask your questions in the Google form that we have shared. It looks like we already have a few questions.
Yeah, lovely.
The first question is by Rajat. So Rajat is asking that do the number of internships or some experience play a part in the recruitment process later on?
Yep, Rajat, that's a good point. So definitely, if you have done internships and even after that, let's say you are applying for other opportunities, off-campus opportunities, it will definitely help you to get shortlisted for the interview rounds. So it would be good if you like who started somebody who started their college life and in their second year and third years, and then definitely you guys should look for the internship opportunities. That's why I said please be active on LinkedIn, start exploring the career pages of different companies. The recruiters will post these internship even opportunities on their career pages on the LinkedIn. You can basically connect with your seniors as well. They can even guide you like which company nowadays hiring for interns, right? So definitely if you are in your second year and third year, I would definitely recommend that please start looking for the internships. It will definitely help you for the future opportunities.
Yes, sir. I hope that answers your question, Rajat. So the next question is by Sumit. Sumit is saying that I am pursuing computer science. How much do you think achievements in non computer related competitions matter in the selection or an interview?
Yep. So that's what I'm saying. They will help you. I'm not saying that it is the necessity, because trust me, I'm not a competitive coder and I didn't even do that amount of competitive coding in my college life. I just did it like you can say 2%, 3%, 4% just to get a feel of like online competitive things so that I could get that atmosphere of online tests and all that. And definitely, if so, that's what I'm saying. Please do not attempt these things or do not do these things just for an achievement purpose. Do these things to learn from something, because that's what I was saying. Solving challenges, competitive coding or competitive questions, it will improve your problem solving skills. All right. And if you like are doing good in the competitive programming and you want some challenges, hackathons and all that, then definitely mention it in your resume. And obviously it will give a good impact in the resume shortlisting. Let's say somebody went for the ACM ICPC regionalist and won some challenges, then like recruiter will think that this guy is really good in competitive programming and problem solving skills. So why not to try that guy? So yep, that's I hope that will answer your question.
I hope that answers your question, Sumit. The next question is by Keyur and he's asking for some off campus tips.
Yeah, for the off campus tip, the most important thing is like to get an interview call, and to get an interview call we need to make our application stand out, and to make our application stand out is not a one day thing. For that we like it takes a good effort, and we need to realize this thing at early stage. That's why I'm saying start early would be very very good, right? If you are starting things at an early stage, then like it's amazing, because like when you will be about to graduate or pass out your college, you will have something really really amazing on your resume. If you've done open source program contribution, and you have some good achievements, you took participation in hackathons, you have good projects on your resume, then definitely these things will help out you for off campus opportunities. You will definitely get an interview call. And if I talk about how to apply for that, then obviously guys, off campus opportunities sometimes takes you can say you, you have to be patient for that, right? So off campus opportunities always takes time. Maybe on daily basis you will be applying for 10-15 job roles, or sometimes you may even not get a call, right? So for that you have to be very very patient. And again, the good part is referral, right? The best tip is referral. That's what I was saying. Make a very very strong professional network over the LinkedIn, and make a strong LinkedIn profile, so that you could ask your seniors or fellow connections to give you a referral. And then again, please keep applying, keep exploring career pages of these companies. And there are other portals where you can create profiles, like Naukri.com is good platform. Even whenever I was looking for job switch, I created a good profile over that, and I was getting the interview calls. AngelList is there, and like many more. But few important thing is like the career pages of companies, and like referrals and good job application, good resumes. Okay. And for the Paytm guys, I would say like I got a call when I applied from their career page. So that's why I know people have this this misconception as well, that maybe they will apply from career page, they will not get an interview call. So sometime it happens, sometime not. So do not think it like that. Applying from the career portal won't help you at all. If your application is good, then definitely you will get an interview call.
Thank you, Keyur, for the question. We've got a major off campus tips because of you. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So the next question is by Manan, and Manan is asking that as you mentioned that we have to interact in interviews while solving a problem. So please tell us how to interact while solving a problem and how to narrate a solution to the interviewer.
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So, like nothing, you can say. So the narration basically means, let's say the interviewer asked me to solve that question, like find elements from an array whose sum equals to X. So I have pen paper. Whatever I'm writing, I just need to, let's say I am about to write any major condition. I declared few variables, and now let's say I am following that approach where I'll sort the array, and I will put one pointer at the start and put one pointer at the end of array, and we'll check the sum. If it is greater than X, then move the left pointer. If it is less than X, then move the right pointer. So whenever you are writing these kind of major steps in that, just like look at the interviewer and tell him her that I am following this approach, and I will move put one pointer at the start and one at the end. and that's how I'm going to solve the question, right? And if instantly he has some doubt regarding the approach or something like that, maybe he will give you an indirect hint. Otherwise he will ask you to, okay, you can like go ahead and write the proper solution for that. So this is the narration, like you are thinking something, you are about to implement it, but first you narrated it to the interviewer. So that's the like complete scenario of narrating the things.
Yes, sir. So the next question is very interesting. It is by
Uh-huh.
Sakshi, and she is asking that what questions were asked for your Amazon interview?
Hmm. All right. So I won't disclose the like, exact question. I will just give you hints, right? Like the topics that will help you. So like the first time when Amazon came for the campus, obviously at that time I was not able to clear the written round, but obviously there were 28 MCQ questions in the online test from different topics of core CS subjects and data structures algorithms, and there were two coding questions. One was from the metrics and one from the normal strings. All right. And in the second attempt, like that was crazy. Like in the three rounds, each round, like they asked me two coding questions, and like if overall I summarize it, so topics majorly heap, okay, dynamic programming, and trees and linked list. And even in the third attempt, so like first of all, since I got some kind of experience, I was having 3 years of experience in my third attempt. So definitely there were questions from my domain, like that is data engineering. And for data engineering they even test this problem solving and data structures algorithm skill set. So definitely there were questions from prime numbers and linked lists.
So the next question is by Aditya, and
Mhm.
he is asking that is it necessary to have some knowledge about every domain like web development, Android, machine learning, or artificial intelligence?
Mm,
Or is
no,
it
no,
just
no.
okay if we stick to having a complete knowledge on a single domain?
No, yeah, that's a good question and very very fair question, because in the first statement I said that please explore different things. So exploring means you are just doing some research, right? Like if what is in Android, what is in iOS, what is in data science, what is in machine learning, and while exploring this thing, some technology like may affect you a lot, and like may seek your attention towards it. And once you find any domain, particular domain as interest, then dedicatedly you can devote your time for that particular technology or domain. So it is no, not at all necessary to know all the domains. If you are good in development, that's very very good enough, that's it.
Yes, sir. So the next question is by Aarti, and she is asking that is there any course required to appear for an interview?
Oh no, not at all. The major thing, obviously, whatever I've talked about, you're like related to curriculum basics and all that. Like no certification, no online course, nothing like that is important for the interviews. And as a like you can like it's not necessary at all. Please do not go for that, and please avoid that paid certifications, guys, because like we have so many good platforms. We have YouTube, we have Google is your best friend, YouTube is your best friend. There are so many people who are contributing to the community by providing good contents. You can follow them and learn from them, guys. Please do not go for any irrelevant paid courses.
Yes, sir, definitely. I hope that answers your question, Aarti. So the next question is by Raghavendra, and he's asking that he's actually saying that I'm not good enough in aptitude, but I'm excellent coder and have done many projects. So does tech giants like Amazon, Google take aptitude exam, or it's just coding and other rounds?
Yep. So that's again a good question. So same for me, Raghavan. I'm very poor in aptitude, right? I'll just a funny incident like in the NIM set. So there are in total 40 questions for the aptitude, and I was so poor in aptitude that I only attempted 10 questions. Okay, and I skipped all the 30 questions, and I was strong in mathematics. That's why I was able to crack it. And yeah, if I want to answer your question, so definitely these tech giants majorly focus on these things like problem solving, DSA core, and all these part, not this aptitude kind of thing. But I would say please make a good habit of solving aptitude questions as well. Why? Let me give an example. Even from like these problem solving question, there will be some questions or like, right, so they can be solved by the fundamentals of aptitude, right? So I'm not saying that you need to dedicate a good amount to master yourself in aptitude. It would be good if you are doing it. It will help you in the problem solving. And like for other companies, because definitely in the on campus placements in my time, obviously there were a few companies who have dedicated online round for the aptitude. All right, so please, I won't say that you can skip it. I would say please maintain a bare minimum for aptitude as well.
Yes, definitely. So we have another beautiful question by Pranita, and she is asking that what does success look like in this position and how do you measure it?
Oh, wow. Okay. So success, like road to success is always not very straight, and it is like full of obstacle, guys. Right. So that's what I'm saying. I waited 3 years to get into Amazon. I dreamt for Amazon like in the final year of my masters. I was not able to crack the like written round, but I didn't give up. I again tried. Second attempt, I failed again. Again, I tried. In the third attempt, I got succeeded. So that's what I'm saying. Success uh, is always beautiful. All right, and my personal advice is like please keep dreaming and do not always like target a very big and fancy you can say goal. If you are targeting it, even then try to like fulfill it in smaller steps, because when you are following it, or you are basically running behind your dream or goal in smaller steps, then you will learn so many things in between. And those smaller steps or those small steps of success will give you immense pleasure. Okay, so it will take a lot of hard work. It needs dedication, it needs patience, and always please like keep your dreams alive. Do not let them die. Obviously you will face so many challenges, you will face so many hurdles in between, but if you are dedicated, then nobody can stop you to get these dreams. And if you talk about how I treat success, so obviously uh, whenever you reach at some point of time at or you can say you achieved something at particular point of time, some for some time at least you should take a rest, and like you should enjoy those moments that you achieved. You should enjoy with your family, friends, and with full of joy. The doesn't matter like what kind of success it is, maybe uh, like in others eyes the value of that success could be nothing, but for you it could mean like it could For you, like it could be like next level. It could be for you, it could be next level, means you were working hard for something and you achieved it. Doesn't matter, it's a smaller step, but you put that kind of effort, and others may not understand your effort. So if you, but the main point is, like you were chasing something, you achieved it, and that's the important thing. And please keep contributing to the community. It shouldn't be like that, like your community helped you to get or to achieve something in your life, and now you are setting ideal and you are enjoying your success only. So that's what I started following. Whatever I can do for the community, from my channel or from my thoughts, I am trying my level best to give back to the community. So I always follow this quote, like it is the responsibility of an engineer to find a way to give back to the community. So please be a part of community.
So your journey has been really inspiring and we admire you for that. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
So the next question is that what is the impact of having patents and research paper during interviews? And this question is asked by Rutvik.
Yeah, Ritvik, that will be good, definitely good. The point I was talking about, the X factor. Obviously, if you have such kind of things, obviously you would have learned from these research papers or theses, right? And it will definitely stand out your application. So if you have done some kind of stuff in your journey, please mention it. Definitely mention it in your resume.
I hope that answers your question, Rutvik. So the next question is by Aniket, and he's asking that can you tell us about some current technologies or softwares or language which are currently trending in the software industry and that we should learn?
Mhm. Yeah, so that's a good question again, and for that I told you guys, right. Do not depend on someone else. It's your responsibility to explore the things, right? You guys are very smart enough. You have resources available with you to explore the things, and when you will become a part of community, then definitely you will get to know about various things. But if I talk about few things like emerging IT technologies, so obviously big data term is very popular and booming nowadays. All right, so data science is there, like machine learning is there, AI ML is there, data engineering is there, and obviously like since couple of months back, I'm seeing this thing very booming, like this augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality. Okay, so this is also a very good and new trend of any emerging IT technology. So there is cyber security as well. Security is always a very big concern for each and every organization and for each and every product. So that's what also a very good domain. And if I talk about like latest thing, like in the project section I discussed that if you are working on any particular domain, do not follow the old school kind of thing. Try to like create that application or project using some new standards. So if I talk about web applications, so there is microservice architecture, there's like Spring Boot, Spring, and REST APIs, and like for front end there are so many things like React, Node, Redux, and you can say bootstrapping, and many more things. And even for Android now, like we had like earlier Android applications were written in Java. Now Kotlin is there, and new backend languages, like we were knowing these languages like popular languages C, C++, Java, right? But nowadays other backend languages are also getting popular day by day, and even there are separate profiles for that. Like if I take example of two popular things, like Golang is there, Scala is there. So like these things are also booming, like very rapidly. So please keep an eye on it and keep exploring these things and look forward for the future opportunities with these latest trends.
Yes, sir, definitely, definitely. So the next question is another good question, and it goes like, what should be an approach to crack an IT job with decent salary for people from a background like mechanical or chemical if they have basic knowledge about C++ and Python?
Okay, so for that, I would say definitely after graduating from college, it will be quite difficult. But yep, let's say if you are in from a non-CS background and you are in first year, second year, let's say, then and you have a decent knowledge of these programming knowledge languages, then in parallel, I would say personal recommendation is get in touch with the folks who are in CS domain. Try to learn from them because the basic things required to clear these technical job profiles in good companies, even for the decent companies. I talked about these things: problem solving, DSAs, projects. Okay, so that you also need to do. And if you know good programming language, then your prime focus should be this problem solving and DSA. For that, you can follow any good books and online resources and start working on some good projects in parallel. If you are not able to work on good internal projects, try to take part in open source contribution, right? So even those things will help you because you are from a non-CS background, still you did those kind of open source contribution and all, so it will definitely put a very very good impression in front of the recruiter and the interviewer. So you can follow that kind of roadmap and definitely get in touch with good people. They will guide you and you will learn from them.
This question was by Nikhil, and I hope, Nikhil, that we have answered your question. So the next question is by Atharva. It's He has a doubt whether he'll get a job or not. So he's saying that, sir, I'm not perfect in coding means not perfect 100%. I know programming a little bit, so will I get a job?
So first thing, like nobody is 100%, right? So even the pro coders, they are not 100%. They are like doing things exceptionally. Like nobody should treat his or herself to be 100% in any particular thing, right? And if I talk about programming and don't think that you won't get a job, uh, you like just need to work hard, right? You need to uh, put some extra effort and try to understand the roadmap of your preparation, target good companies and try to read their interview experiences, like what kind of topics things they emphasize more, and based on that create a good roadmap and start working on those things. Let's say there is a company you targeted and which looks for let's say which ask more questions regarding the projects and less questions regarding the coding and problem, then you should prepare yourself accordingly, put a good focus on your projects and bare minimum of programming DSAs and algorithms. And yep, that's how you can proceed, Athar. uh, there is no shortcut for anything, and don't feel like that you won't get a job. You are, if you are on a right track, whatever you have done for and you are putting efforts for it, you will definitely get it.
I hope your doubt has been cleared now, Atharva. So the next question is really interesting again, and it goes like, how did you get referral from Amazon 3 times? And this question is asked by Abhishek, and he's also saying that his CGPA was 7.0 until second sem. So how much does CGPA is required to sit in placement drive of the companies?
Okay, so first I will answer you the second part of the question. So, guys, definitely for the on-campus opportunities, okay, please maintain a bare minimum of CGPA. 7 CGPA I have seen is the like common and average for most of the companies. So please maintain that CGPA as well, and it plays an important role in the on-campus opportunities. Why? Because it will increase the chances to get more and more opportunities, because there will be companies and they cannot allow like 1000, 2000 students who are in the college to sit in the placement drive. So obviously they will come up with some criteria, and being a fresher they cannot put that criteria of skill set and all these things, so they used to choose this part CGPA, right? So that's what I'm saying. For the on campus placement guides, yes, somehow it matters to get good and more opportunities. But if I talk about off campus opportunities, so very rare weightage for the CGPA. Okay. And yep, I hope this answers your second part. And first part, obviously for the on campus placement, there was no referral for me. I maintain a decent CGPA, like 8.4. So I got a chance to sit in the placement drive of Amazon, but I was not able to clear that. In the second time, I applied from the career portal, and I got the call for the interviews. Okay. And in the third attempt, I could have applied from the career portal, but obviously, since I had this experience of referral and all with my previous employers, and few friends who were working in Amazon, I asked them to refer me for that particular profile, and I got that.
So the next question is by Rashid, where he's asking that, hello, sir, I'm glad to tell you that I'm an incoming TCS associate and he has done his bachelor in mechanical engineering. But I've
Wow.
discovered that my passion is towards computer science field. So how can we apply for big tech giants?
Okay, so first of all, like a big congratulations to you, man. And second thing is, if you're talking about this becoming a part, so again there was a like that's why I'm saying if you can spend some time on my channel, like if you can provide the channel link to the folks, I have featured these kind of candidates, like the kind of motivation or roadmap you are looking for. I have featured those kind of candidates. So there was one guy, maybe you guys are following him on LinkedIn as well, Praveen Rana. He was working with TCS first, and me and Praveen worked in Paytm together, and then he moved to Microsoft. Okay, so that's what once you become a part of industry, your prime focus should be to learn the good skill sets. Along with that, keep exploring the good opportunities. Do not do not in you uh, do not think in terms of like a hurry, right? Like you are in rush. No, you shouldn't follow that kind of thing, right? So things will take time. Things will take some time to achieve that goal. But yep, once you are part of industry, first prime focus is to work on good skill set, and along with that, whatever companies you have targeted, like spend extra time for the preparation for that particular company. Try to explore its interview experiences, like from a 1 year experience of candidate or 6 month of experience candidate, what kind of things they expect, right? Talk to different people who are working in these organizations. Try to take their reviews for the interview process and prepare yourself accordingly. Okay. And just keep like maintain that rhythm. Like it shouldn't be like you are too much involved in the like office hours, office culture, and only getting the skill sets and this thing. Because if you have targeted something, you need to stretch yourself, you need to put some extra effort apart from your current job. So I think that that kind of roadmap can help you.
Yes, sir. So we have another good question by Shruti, and she's asking that as basic concepts means programming language, uh, so it is important. So which language should we start to make a base strong in coding or any other domain?
Okay. So, see, I started with C and I found it very, very means good as well to make the base strong. Why? Because I was talking about these libraries and these stuff, right? So, since in C, there was not such kind of thing available like libraries and too much important inbuilt functions. So I found it good to start with C. But first thing, like guys, let me clear you one thing: language is not the barrier in the interview process or in the online test. There will be too much options to pick any language. So first thing, like in which language you are comfortable, that is good. But if you want to like take my opinion, so first obviously I would say to like go ahead with structural programming, and then you can choose either C++ or Java to work with the object oriented programming, because you should know all these standards, because nowadays functional programming is also available, and Scala is the very very good example of the functional programming. So that's why you should know all the you can say traditions of programming languages like structural programming, and that is C, object oriented programming means Java, C++, and obviously Scala is following also following this OOPS terminologies, but it is also providing a feature of functional programming. So that's how you can start.
So the next question is again a beautiful question by Umang, and he's asking that how to overcome nervousness during the interviews. At times we might forget to say something related to one topic during an interview, and later on we feel shame that we could have done, we could have cracked that. So it usually happens to everybody.
Yeah, that's correct, and it happens. I means nobody can run away from it, and why? Because it is a human nature, right? Nobody is so self motivated to overcome these things. Okay, so but yeah, these things actually comes from these things actually comes from experience. Okay, because when you are a fresher, you haven't faced anything like that in your life. Okay, so obviously you will feel nervous, but the important point is always to keep yourself up and to feel fresh, to feel motivated and confident. So that's what I was saying before entering into the interview room. If you are not thinking about so random emotions like selection, rejection, what will my parents think, what will my friends think, right? If you are like away from these emotions, then definitely your confidence would be damn high. And this thing I have realized, even like I have been through this phase. Like I still can remember that day, like I was not able to crack like 6 7 written rounds, and I was so depressed, nervous. My friends were boosting me up. I was so nervous. Even uh, like at that age we are mature enough to hide the pain and sadness, right? And same thing I was following, but sometimes it also becomes important to share these kind of things, because somebody else can push you forward. So like after failing into the seventh company, I called my dad that like dad, I'm not able to crack these written rounds, feeling so nervous. I just wanted to talk to you, but was feeling like what would I say to you, that I did too much effort, and now after 3 years I'm saying that I'm not able to clear the written round. So the very first line he said, "Hey man, why are you so much worry about this job? Right? You did the effort. You are trying your level best, and that is the important thing. You should feel regret when you are not putting the effort. You are putting the effort. That means you should proud of yourself. Happens mistakes. We used to do this thing, but to learn from our mistakes. This is the important part. Realization is the important part. So he said, like, don't worry, man. Just do your best. If you do not even get the job, I'm there for you. Like, just chill, man, relax. That's what he said. And I called my, like, uh, the mentor, you can say teacher, Nitin Agrawal sir, who guided me in the coaching classes to crack the interviews. Same thing, he said to me that please do not think about anything. Do not think about the society. What will society think? Do not think about the friends and your college and your colleagues will think. You are trying your best. If you are away from these kind of emotions, then you will definitely feel confident about your goals. And that's what I implemented in the eighth interview, and I was able to clear the written round. I was able to clear the all five technical rounds, and I got the campus placement in Opera Solution. So that's what, guys. It's your responsibility. How much you are away from the emotions, you will feel confident. And like, before entering to the interview room, like, treat yourself as the most knowledgeable person in the interview room, because the person who is sitting next in front of you, who has like maybe like 7 years of experience, 10 years of experience, but uh, maybe he has forgot about all the basics and fundamentals which he read in the college curriculum. But you are fresh and you are raw, you know the things. You just need a good rhythm and pace. That's it. And that pace is important in the interview round. So at the moment you start delivering your answers with full positivity and confidence, that rhythms gets like continue till the end. So maintain that rhythm, guys. Feel confident. uh, like, try to think that opportunity as a golden chance, and like, treat it as a normal technical discussion. Like, somebody is in front of you, he asks something and you need to answer that question, and that's why you can hold your nerves.
Yes, definitely, sir. Definitely. I think we have covered many questions. So thank you, sir, for answering them. It was a pleasure being with you today. And let me now invite Karan Jatyani, the president of the Revolution Software Development Club, to close this webinar with his vote of thanks. Over to you, Karan.
Yeah, thank you, Riddhi. So first of all, it was a great session, sir. It was really informative, and your journey is very inspirational. So I believe that you conducting this webinar has helped a lot of us. So yes, and I would also like to talk about our club, Revolution. So here at Revolution, we believe in spreading industrial knowledge with the community as much as possible. So we not only conduct webinars like this, but we also conduct technical workshops. So 2 weeks ago, we conducted a technical workshop on the JavaScript scripting language, and that is currently uploaded on our YouTube channel. So if you are at all interested in web development and want to learn the basics of JavaScript, then I would encourage you to watch that video. In that workshop, we have covered the basics of JavaScript and how it can be utilized for web development. So yes, we do conduct technical workshops as well, and in the coming month, in the month of October, we will be conducting a technical e-workshop on the Angular framework. So as we got to learn today that we should be trying to learn new technologies and not necessarily sticking to old ones. So Angular definitely is one of the major technologies right now in the web development domain, and we will be covering that in the month of October. So if you are interested in this kind of stuff and what we do here at Revolution, so I would encourage every one of you to follow us on social media, we in order to get notified about such events. So yes, and again I would again like to thank Shashank sir. This was a really great session. I personally got to learn a lot from this. So yes, thank you, sir. And I would like to thank you on behalf of Revolution, and I hope that we can collaborate again soon in the future. So yes, thank you, sir.
Yep,
And
yep, sure. Thanks,
yes, yes,
Karan, for this such a wonderful initiative. and like the kind of efforts you guys are putting to aware the people about different industry standards. So definitely it's a very very good initiative, and I was very happy when you guys reach out to me for this initiative. And again, yeah, thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to share my experience with such a large audience. So thank you everyone, Vishwakarma University and the Revolution Club.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, it was completely our pleasure, sir. And yes, sir. And I would also like to tell you guys that the social media links of our club as well as Shashank sir, they are in the description of this video. So if you are interested in what we do, what Shashank sir does, so I would recommend that you go and follow us on social media platforms. And last but not the least, I would also like to thank the audience which we have currently. You guys have been great. Thank you for patiently listening to what Sir had to say and me as well. Thank you for attending this webinar. We hope to see you guys in our future events as well. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you, Karan. Let us now end this session on a positive note. We thank Sashank sir for being here. It was pleasure hosting you. Also, thank you one and all for joining us for today's webinar. We appreciate you being here and I hope you enjoyed this session and learned something new today. We hope to see you again in our upcoming events. Thank you again. See you next time. Thank you.